Hi, in this short video I'm hoping to show you exactly how I used AI to help code a prototype for a very particular client requirement. So our client came to us and seeing if we could enhance one of our products. What they actually were after was a RAG-based system with citation, which is straightforward enough, we've done that. But they also wanted the ability to be able to see the document at any point where the citations were taken from. So I didn't know where to start for that last part, I must admit, but then again I'm not the technical guy. What I did do, I thought let's have a look, see if we can use AI to help come up with a prototype. We can work with the client to see if it actually meets, well, what they were looking for. So hopefully this video demonstrates the full process all the way through for initial prompts. If you can't wait to see what the final product looks like, if you skipped about the last minute of this video, you should be able to see the product in use, or certainly the prototype. It's worth pointing out here the process did take over an hour from start to finish. This video is a cut down version. As well as that, we're talking costs around $10 or so, I believe, and that's for the token cost. So this has been using Anthropic Sonnet model and using Klein in Visual Studio Code. Apologies, but I did start recording just after I'd entered the first prompt. All the prompts are in the description, every single one I entered, but you can actually make out at the top under task what that prompt is. So it's not at the bottom, but it is still very much on the screen. Once the initial prompt had finished processing, I went and reviewed the technical spec, and it was this point I realized the technical spec actually had a lot more information than I was actually after. It had started to spec up a full production system, and after I was only after a prototype. So I then went and entered in a new, much larger prompt actually. So the second prompt is the one that's driving most of the activity for what was produced. Now that technical spec prompt has completed, I sent down what's, I suspect, the last major prompt for large development. So I've asked it to use that technical spec and create a system, actually start coding it. Only 3 or 2 lines of prompting you can see there. So Klein has finished producing that code. It now brings up a browser to try and access that code. It's then going to go through several rounds of there are issues with that and automatically trying to resolve those issues. And later on there's a large part I've actually cut out. So one of the issues that Klein had was it was trying to set up the embedding using OpenRouter, and we went through because it couldn't get it working. It turns out, so I went and had a look on OpenRouter. OpenRouter does not actually have an embeddings model deployed. So I then entered another prompt you'll see later on where, because I have a Llama installed locally, I pulled down an embedding model and then I told Klein to use that for embedding as opposed to a remote OpenRouter. And it was this point client had finished development, and the next screen is actually me going through to my browser and actually going through and using the system. We can upload a document, we can send a request through, bring back information, the citations are listed underneath, we can click on the citation, and then we can actually have the system automatically going to the relevant page in the document. Hope you enjoyed that, and let me know what you think.